Good morning. What a catastrophe that was. Oh. Well, my iPad stand fell off where it was usually perched, and then the camera wouldn't work, so I'm now using my phone. So you bear with me. I'll just give it a few minutes for everybody to find me. Okay, so thank you, Melissa, thank you. I'll go back and put all the links in afterwards. If I put my iPad, I don't know what was, I'll go back to there, and I can get the chat up then at the side of me. Okay. So, there we go. Turn that off. Prop that up. No, I don't want to prop up there. I don't want to prop there. I don't know where to put it. I'm not used to having it the other way around. So, where's my bits of paper? I've got all sorted out, ready. I had everything prepared. I had a whole list of things I was going to talk about first. And now I can't find a bit of paper that I wrote it on. Hi everybody, thank you for joining me. So, I'm just going to show you, let me just, I've got the volume up on me. Up. Dismiss that, come out. Volume. Get that off there. And then, right. That's the volume off, I can, okay. Right. Right, okay. So, go back and show you what I was going to do. I've now got all the live text going up in front of my face, so I can't see the screen. That's the fun of having it on your phone. Okay, so this is what I've done for the last 2 blocks that I've made. I did some echo quilting around it using a variegated thread, and I've put a 1-inch band between the two. I haven't put a backing on it yet, mainly because I haven't decided what backing I want to use, and I thought, well, I can add that at some other time. Then I've been working on my temperature quilt, and I found a tiny 2.5-inch piece FPP pattern. So that's January and February months done. And then thank you, Laurie, that's very kind. Then I started this giraffe today, so he's a work in progress. I've not got there, finished him yet. So today's block is going to be the daffodil. Now, I don't know if you saw the clip, I've swapped these 2 colours over because I didn't have enough of this darker yellow, so my darker yellow is coming in the middle and the lighter yellow is coming on the outside. How much snow did you get? About 6 inches, but the sun's shining and it's thawing quite well. We've got some nice little mole hills that have got mounds of snow over them out the front. So I'm not going to be switching seats, I'll just be sliding. So this is the first piece A. Now there are, I think there's 18 pieces. It's A to Q, I think it is. So with piece A, you've got 1 and 2, which are both yellow. So I've just added 1 whole piece of yellow. Hi Hazel. Sorry if I missed everybody coming in, but it's been a bit of a nightmare. So here's my first piece, so I'm going to get that joined up. Hi Laurie, glad you could make it. So because my phone is now propped up on my ironing mat, I'm just going to give these a good finger press and trim them down. Might put a pin in it just to make sure that it's secure while I trim it, and then the block will just have to be given a good press and starch afterwards, because I think it looks like I need not only a phone holder but also a new iPad holder, as it's collapsed on me. And I'm not quite sure why the camera didn't work for YouTube, because it worked when I went into the camera itself, so I'll have to just see what happens with that one. So that's A done. So again, B, I've got piece 1, which is the yellow, and then it's got 3 pieces of white to use for the background, so we'll just get them put on. What was it? Oh right, okay, thanks. It could be, I never thought of that, Melissa. Could be. Let's get these on. I don't think my friend Cheryl's made it in. She was trying to get onto the other one, but she's not noticed the link has changed. Let me just, so as you can see, Just give me 2 seconds. She's trying to... Okay. Right. I've sewn that on, but as you can see, it's a bit tight here. So I'm just going to fold the paper back just a fraction more so that I've got that edge. Hi, Steph. And then I can add this next little piece in, and it'll catch in the seam, and no one will know any different that it's slightly out. And add piece 3 in to there, and we'll sew that one. Might just get my clover press out and give it a good roll on that. Handy little clover roller. Give it a good press with that, as I can't get to the iron. Stick a pin in and then trim that up. So that's piece B. So that's A and B done. Oh. Right, what we got? I think. Right, piece C. See, I've already pinned all the pieces that I need for each one behind. So there's piece C, which is number 1 is the yellow, and then it's got 3 background pieces that need to be added. So I've already got my pieces ready. Thank you. I do like blue. Purple's my favourite colour, but I do like blue. We had a nice and sad moment yesterday. We had a letter from the vets, and there was a sympathy card in it for the loss of Mac, and some beautiful forget-me-not seeds. So we're going to plant them in the patch of garden that he always used to lie on. Needs a good dig over because he flattened the ground, but looking forward to getting them in. So that'll be lovely way to remember him. But it was quite sad when we opened the letter and got the card. But it's very strange to not have him around, sitting behind me while I'm sewing. But you get on, don't you? You have to, I suppose. It was lovely, Lynn. Lovely thought. Wasn't expecting it at all, so it was a nice surprise. So, as with normal, it's just a case of trim your 1/4 inch, add your next piece of fabric, make sure when you lay your piece on that where your paper folds here, that's where you folded it back, that your fabric is going to cover that part. If it doesn't, just adjust it, move your fabric a fraction, just so that you make sure that you've got enough to cover. Okay, so there's the next one. We'll just give that a trim up. So there's that one done. That's piece C. That piece D is the only piece that's got a bit of green on it. So you've got 3 colours. You've got the green, the yellow and the background. So your first piece you're adding is the green. Again, this piece is plenty big enough, so I might just move it up quite a bit, and then I can chop that bit off. That can come in for another piece, no doubt. I'm just assuming Mac prepared the spot for seeds. Yeah, he did. He did. He used to go out, and he was a real sun worshipper. He used to love going out and sitting in the sun, but he always used to lie on that little patch of ground and flattened it. We haven't got a big patch of garden as it is, but All the schools are off today. Got no schools in. They're all having an extra day. My granddaughter's school sent out a homework to them, and it said your homework for today is to build a snowman. That was your homework. The grandson's at senior school, and his homework said construct some historical building or figure in snow. That's his homework. So there's piece D. We're cracking on. Piece E is just got a yellow and a background piece. Do you know if the bot's working, Melissa, Colleen, one of you? I'm just wondering if it's working. That'll be my, just top it all up with today. Okay. So piece F, although it's got 5 pieces to it, they are still only the 2 colours, so you've still only got the yellow and the white. Oh, it is working, lovely. Yeah, it keeps the kids and the parents from going stir crazy. And granddaughter's she's got her mother's evil streak. So at 10 to 8 this morning, she went into her brother's bedroom and she said, Ollie, quick, get up, you've only got 5 minutes to get out the house for school. And he shot up wide out of bed and he went, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And then Emma went in and said, it's all right, you haven't got school today. They've shut it. It's like evil child. It's just like a mother. Brilliant. That's great. Don't forget to put yours in, Melissa. Now, where did I put that piece of paper? I had it all written out, who'd got how many subs. And now my paper's disappeared. I think Colleen's at 850, something like that, maybe 860. And I'm at 710, and Melissa's at 1.93. So she's well on her way to the 2000 club, which is great. So 874, yeah, brilliant, isn't it? We had about 6 inches overnight, Steph, but the sun's been out, so it has been thawing a little bit. But whether we've got any more coming, who knows? We could well have, I suppose. Although the sky's not white. It's got clouds in it, so it looks as though it might have passed us by, so can only hope. Yes, Steph's at 12.3, which is brilliant. Yeah, we're all doing really well. I'm so proud of us. This is very awkward when you're in a different sewing position, because I'm usually sat here and I'm working on me board and stuff, and now I'm like having to do it all by in my hand. It's very awkward, but we'll get there. So this piece goes in here. Make sure we've moved it over enough to cover the edge of the paper. We all need good people, Steph. Because my iPad's in the way there, I can't. I wonder if I can put my iPad there. Will that help? Don't fall off the chair. Right, I need to move that the other way. Flip that piece over, that white, which is non-directional, and because I need to make sure I've got it to cover that bit there. Okay, so that'll cover that piece now. Quick slurp, cheers. I might need a couple of pins in this one to hold that while I cut it. I think this block will be starts within its life by the time I've finished making it, because we've not been able to iron it in between. The #1 fan, yeah. So that's piece F completed. We're getting there slowly and surely. So next piece is G. It's already got its white backing, so it just needs the yellow add-in. And I just want to make sure with this one that I've got it going the right way so that it fits Okay, yep, that'll cover. So as you can see, that's the piece here, and that should cover inside that. Okay, trim that one. Hi Diane. So there's piece G. Again, piece H has got 6 pieces, but with this one, piece 1, piece 2 and piece 6 are all yellow, so I've just cut it all in one piece of fabric rather than adding all the extras. So the first piece we're going to add is piece 3, which is background, onto it. So if you can make it easy by, like with this one, where you've got 3 pieces all together, doesn't matter that this bit's not going to, that little tiny bit of corner here where F5 meets 6 isn't going to make a great lot of difference in the grand scheme of things, that it's not in the right order, that 6 is already in, because once it's quilted, who's going to tell? Make life easy. Galloping horses. Is that me galloping? '86. Wow, it's a good age, Lim. My mum was 95, bless her, when she passed. And had it not been for COVID restrictions, I think she'd probably still be here now. But because she didn't get to see anybody and all the visits were stopped at the home, she just lost the will. I hope you are my greatest fan. Now I've put you in as that. I mean, so because I'm hand cutting, it's obviously not exactly a 1/4 inch, but be fine. And as you can see, I'm slightly off on this corner with the white, but it's in the seam allowance, so giving it a good roller press. Get my pins in at the junctions, and then I can cut it better. If you've already got the pattern off, I have put some 1-inch marks on the pages so that you can make sure that you've got the correct sizing. However, Colleen did do a great one the other day where she actually measured the 1/4 inch seam allowance, and if it was 1/4 of an inch, that was what it should be, so that's fine. So there's piece H completed. Okay, piece I is just adding one piece of yellow, so we've got the background on already. Yellow to add. We're cooking on gas. So I'm trying to keep all of my flower stems the same green, and all of my backgrounds is going to be white, and then most of them are going to have a similar yellows or pinks or purples or whatever colours we're using in them to mix them round. So there's piece I, and we're on piece J. Okay, piece J, you've got 2 pieces of yellow and one background. Background piece is the white. So add the 2 pieces of yellow at the same time. So make sure when you put in your piece on, if you fold it back, that it's going to, the angle is going to fit. So you need to, that won't, it's just a case of moving your piece about on your piece of fabric just to make sure that you've got it so that it'll fit. Yeah, so this piece is going to fit in that angle. I'm not going to bother about cutting this bit off just yet, just leave it on and just sew along that edge. I'm giving that a lot of welly with the roller because I want to make sure that it does fit okay, and then I can trim that off. And fold that back and trim it. So that's that piece done. Ooh. What am I missing? Oh, that's a good idea, Melissa. That's a great idea. Use the iris as the middle one, yeah. Yeah, I did get it in Google Docs. I don't know whether it's right, but I don't know whether it prints right, but I like the name Sophie. Sophie's a pretty name. Okay, let's crack on. Okay, piece K is, piece number 1 is yellow, which is already on, 2 pieces of white. Right. I have so many bent crooked pins, it's unbelievable. So that's piece K. We're getting there. I got cotton sheet and been using that for the background on mine, and it's 100% cotton, so okay. So again, you've got piece L, and you've got 1, 2 and 3, which are all the same colour, and then you've got a bigger piece of the darker colour to add to it. So it's just a case of making sure that you position that piece into where it's going to cover your fabric and sew it. I've got prepared, I've got a bobbin ready to go because I know this one's going to run out in a minute. Couple of pins in that one. That's that one. M's easy, although it's 2 pieces, it's just 1 piece of fabric on the back. N is exactly the same, 3 pieces, but with just 1 piece of fabric on the back. There's no point in joining a seam if you don't need to. Piece O, again, just 1 piece of fabric on the back. So we've got P and Q left, and then we can start and put them together. So piece P, you have piece 1, which is your dark centre part of a daffodil, and then we're going to add the others around it. Again, just giving it a good finger press to trim it down. So the block I'm going to do as my centre will be a forget-me-not for Mac. What I don't know is yet whether I might put his name and dates and a paw print into the block as well, but I'll decide that nearer the time. I just think it's just makes a nice wall hanging, 36 by 36 wall hanging. It's quite a good size for spring. Hi Deborah. So that's piece D complete, and then we've got piece Q, which is the last piece. This one has got quite a few smaller pieces in it, as you can see, but they're no harder. You just make sure you add them in the right order. So piece 1's already stuck on, piece 2, and make sure you put the right colours on, because I was just about to put a yellow and it's not a yellow, it's a mustard. And the bobbin's gone. Wanted to make sure that I'd stitch that one then. Cotton everywhere. Here's 5. Oh. Sorry, my bobbin came unthreaded. That wasn't very clever, was it? Okay, and the last piece going on. Oh. Is there? Very quiet in the chat. Right, let's trim that one up. What's that? Yeah, well, that's a good idea, Colleen. And had my iPad been playing nicely and my stand had not dropped everything on the floor and stopped it, that might have been what I put in it. Concentrating, yeah, okay. Right. Okay, so fish out the design board. Jiggle myself about. Hold on. Get my iPad up there. Get me pattern. And me pieces. Throw them all on my board. Right. And then find out where to go. A. D. E. C. Because then once we've got them out on here, then you've got to decide which way you sew them or how you sew them together. So I need to just get them out. So bear with me while I'm fiddling about here. Talk amongst yourselves. J. So that's that side done to there. And then okay, so first bits we're going to join are this side here. So we're going to join F to G first. preferably without dropping all my pins everywhere. Come on, stop playing. Right. Okay, jump that back over there. Peel off the papers off G and F. And so they go. So there's F with G, and you can see the two yellow pieces joined together there. So we're going to sew 1/4 of an inch down that. Place it back on your board. Always place it back on your board. Then the next pieces you're joining are E and D. Peel my paper off, which is lovely because it just peels off when you've used Elmer glue. And this one, the intersection join is where the whites are. Can you see that? Trying to just get my phone into the right angle. Okay, 1/4 of an inch seam down them. So that comes, and then when you've joined them two, you're joining C to the top of that. The intersection on this is where the white and the yellow join, the green on the other side. Okay, then you're joining that one with the first one that you just made, and again you're joining the two whites at the seams. So that's the first side done. So that's going to lay back out on my board while we lay out the pieces now for the other side. There's more of these, so need to make sure we get these in the right order. H. Q and P. Together. Keep finding bits of white fabric. Can't find L. Where's L? No. Okay. B and O. Okay. So we're going to start with the middle. And we're going to join P to Q. Okay, P to Q. Now we're going to join in N at the side, sorry, of it there. Didn't mean to shove my pattern over the camera. Deborah, start with an easy pattern. Start with a square in a square, because you've only got 4 edges to add to it. So if you've got a square in a square, and start with that. Always start with an easy pattern. That's my advice. Don't start on something complicated. And definitely don't start on that big one that you've got. Okay, so that's N, and then we're going to add O to the bottom of that. Okay, so that's them out, laid out. So now I think the next one to add is L. So when you've got your pieces laid out on the board, you can actually, by looking at the pattern as well, work methodically round and figure out which piece is as the next one to add, by where the lines meet. Oh, bye, Steph, sorry. Okay. So we've got the centre going. That's that. So the next one to add is going to be M. So we're going to add M onto that. That's M. So that's that. The next one is K, I believe. reverse. We're going to take K and we're going to add J to it first, because otherwise it won't fit to that centre bit. So add J first, because that'll give you a bit more. I thought, well, that don't look right, it's not got enough height on it, but it's because it needs the J on. That's better. Just making sure I've got that the right way around. That one. Then we can add H on the bottom. Hi Nancy. Oh Lynn, great. That's brilliant that you've done the straight one. Deborah, send me a picture of them and tell me what size you want the keys to be, and I'll do your pattern. Then we're going to add A in. Then we've just got 2 more pieces to add to this side and join the 2 together. You can either email it me or send it me via Messenger if you're on Facebook, Deborah. This is going to definitely need a good old press when it's done, because it's... Okay, so next one is add I, and then the last one is add B. last piece had be I've got an email address in my about thing on my channel. Oh, there you go. Calling to put it up for you. So that's that half. Just going to add it to the other half, and that's daffodil is done. Oops, that was my camera just gone. Okay, there's the daffodil. It needs a real good press, obviously, because it hasn't been pressed as I've gone along, but it'll get some good starch loving, and it should lie flat, and then I can trim it down to the right size, and I can get it quilted up tomorrow into my block. So watch out for that on a forthcoming video. Thank you. So I'm glad you all liked it. I'm sorry for all the faffing about at the beginning. The blocks end up at 12.5, so 12 inches finished. Although I think I trimmed mine down a fraction. I think they were 11.5 finished just to fit them in. But as long as all your blocks come out the same, it doesn't really matter. So thank you all very much for watching, and again I'm sorry about the mishap at the beginning, and we'll sign off, and we'll catch you all on the next one. Thank you. Bye.